Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee.
I don't know why that's happening and why that didn't just finish, but here we are. Glad I was sitting here doing what I was doing. Hi, everybody. I don't know if that was me. I was clicking on stuff. Well, either way, greetings, adventurers. And welcome to Nat 21 Adventures Monthly Patreon Saints Game Escape from Jarl Island Part 4. I did not put on my Dungeon Mistress best today because I am rubbing our t-shirts. Ta-da! This is one of two different designs that we have, a short sleeve and a long sleeve. This one is just the front. Our long sleeve shirt has something on the back as well. And I'll probably, if I remember, to model that next time. But in the meantime, tonight we give you more adventure on the high seas in the southern Scandinavian corner of Urt. That's right. The last time we adventured a party... I'm so sorry. I'm so distracted by the fact that just zoomed in and I was just jamming, you know? But so you saw a glimpse into what I do when the music's playing. Anyway. Anyway, last time we adventured, our party encountered a tavern thief named Sigrid. That's right. She was, and they traveled to the terrifying Jarl Island, and then she invited them to join her on a treasure hunt. They went in search of gold, and along with the riches, they found remnants of a 50-year-old mystery. They learned of Jarl Hawk, murdered by his own right-hand Ivar Halfson, amidst a great and terrible mutiny. Then they discovered a hidden temple inhabited by a priestess whose fading memory brought some secrets of Jarl Hawk and his fiery-haired bride to light. Our adventurers have set sail yet again to continue their search for more gold and more answers. And more jamming along to theme music as it happens, apparently. Let's see if this video plays the whole thing. Let's roll that Nat 21 footage. Dun, 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 dun. See, it's what I'm doing back here. Now you know that's the big secret. We're all just jamming out backstage. Anyway, so before we get started, though, first of all, I would like to welcome some of our Patreon saints on this lovely Thursday evening. I don't know how lovely it is where you are, but it's absolutely beautiful on the East Coast right now. And let me see, who am I going to bring in first? How about Traylon, level 6 Druid of the Stars? Well, you will be soon. How's your April going? It's been like a whole month. Look at that.
It's doing really nice. I'm having fun.
Super duper. Do you enjoy the fact that Shakespeare gave you all a level up? Like I'm saying this knowing that I fully use the benefit of that for gift, but at the same time I am a little mad because now you guys got a level up.
Yeah. I'm enjoying my new toys.
Okay, good. I'm very glad. I'm going to try and make you work for them today if I can. Everyone in the comments is saying this is a very hot day for them where they are. But it was just, well, some of you are in the South. I understand. All right, next up we have, Puent. Puent in purple, who, mind you, is wearing a shirt from, I believe, if I am correct, because I think they use the same one, the same printing company, which is why it looks similar to mine. But shout out to Barty Party, because he's wearing one of their shirts, which is also super great quality and purple. So look at that. How are you doing so far, too? You have a very exciting weekend coming up, and I'm very upset that I don't think I'm going to be able to get out there. But I am sending people in that direction. So we will see. You're on mute, by the way. Let me see if I can get you off. Hang on. There you go.
It's going to be weird when we see each other, if we get a chance to see each other at New Jersey Ren Fair.
Uh-huh.
Because you won't see how I'm dressed normally.
Fair point.
The entirety of New Jersey Ren Fair, I will be with Clan of the Raven.
Nice. No, it's super exciting.
I will be doing presentations on drinking horns, how we use horns for cups, and teaching about how it's misconceived that everybody had a drinking horn because there weren't that many horns to give out.
Fair point. You know what? Now that you say that, and
because Vikings or people of that age did not just go, hey, we're going to have meat every day. They used like the cows, goats, and sheep basically for milk, and that's it.
They had strong bones. It's amazing. No, and it's funny because I was just thinking, one, that just gave me an excellent idea for some more lore to throw into this little universe we've created here. And two, I don't know how you're not chomping at the bit like all the time during these games going, they didn't do that. Because they're not real Vikings. These are like fantasy Vikings. But
trust me, I am like that. Even with writing with sonnets this morning, I was like, no, that's not the lore. That wasn't in there. Oh.
I know. You know what? I caught some of it this morning. I know exactly what you're talking about. I did. All right. Well, again, feel free to yell at me in the private chat.
I brought back the point-sized horn cup.
That's awesome. Fantastic. All right. And last but not least, hey, we've got Argrax, who has also leveled up and continues to pester me about leveling up, but that's okay. It's going to happen.
Do we level up?
Gosh, you know what? I know. This is karma. This is karma. This is what karma feels like, isn't it? I know.
But it's funny, y'all were talking about the cool, amazing shirts. I wasn't wearing one, but I did have one really handy nearby that does have a bunch of purple on it. So I figured I'd,
Yes! I forgot how
just
nice
finishing
those
munching on some monkey jerky.
As you should be. There's plenty to go around, apparently. There is, if you guys go down a path that I think you're going down in this one, there may be a shout out to the monkeys again in this one. But don't worry, I don't think there's going to be poo flinging, but who knows? All right.
Oh, that's all right. I'll just call for Sammy.
Sammy, listen, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. Thank you again, one and all, for joining us. I'm super excited about this one as we get further and further into this 12-episode campaign. We're on episode 4 now, so we're getting into the detail. And let's begin, shall we? So, my friends, you have all been rowing all night. You did get that long rest, if I didn't tell you that one already. And you have been traveling from the previous island, which, if you recall, was the Weeping Lady. You took that extra boat, and you've been sailing all night northward to the shore of Sorrow Reef, which is where that next map that you found was showing you to get to. The sun is rapidly setting, though, because you did row all night, and an entire day has passed. So it's right around sunset. As you pull up along the shore. It was not an easy journey toward the end, however. During the latter part of this day, though manageable, the waters were still full of coral reefs that threatened to damage your boat if you came too close. Now, this island is shaped like a crescent. There are thick clusters of banana trees that you can see from where you are, but the terrain is actually rocky otherwise, with clusters of trees you can kind of see too. And then there is a chasm that goes sort of sloping upward. All right. So as you pull up, is there anything in particular that you would like to do, or are we heading right on in?
I'm going to just see if I can study the skies for a few moments once we get onto the land. See what the rest of the day might feel like for us. See if I can catch any omens.
You can roll for that. Why don't you roll perception for that one?
Perception. There it is. 13.
Okay, so from what you can see, it's not particularly cloudy. It's actually a very beautiful evening. It's not too chilly, not too hot. My water bottle just exploded. It's an omen, guys. But yeah, there's no bad weather that you can see. It looks like it's going to be a clear night. The clouds don't seem to look menacing at all.
We might have an evening of wheel. We'll go with that.
Yeah. All right. Well, as you are walking toward that first little cluster of trees before the slope upward, Sigrid is sort of turning the map this way and that to make sure she has it right. And she seems to be a little agitated. She's like, we must go to this Blind Man's Bridge. Blind Man's Bridge? There's no other way north, but that looks to be the only place where the treasure would be. So I'm not quite sure I'm holding this right, but would a blind man make a bridge?
Would you like me to take a look at the map and see if I can do better than you?
Surely. And she will hand that to you. So I will let you know.
Traylon, not Shirley.
You can't be serious. All right.
Oh, but I am.
So the map shows that the map is very weathered. It has definitely been exposed to some elements in that treasure chest. So it's a little faded. The map shows that there is a bridge that connects the bottom of like a rocky crescent to the top of a rocky crescent. And you can't quite tell. You can't make out what the words are because it has just been weathered and aged so much. There's just no way of knowing. But it looks like there's a trio of like, what look like statues at the top part of that crescent above the bridge. And then above that is that letter X. It seems to be on the north shore.
Well, at least we've always got the letter here. If it was the Feywild, there'd be no X for marking the spot.
That is more traumatizing than you think it would be to lose letters of your name. All right. So you continue onward. Traylon, you did discover that she was holding it right. It just was really hard to read because it was so dilapidated. And there are some pieces missing. You might have been missing something. So as you continue onward, you travel up that little slope through the clusters of banana trees, and you, upon reaching the top of that slope, do absolutely come across Blind Man's Bridge. There is a rickety rope bridge swaying in the evening breeze, spanning a 600-foot chasm. As you approach, you can see that the water below is calm. It's beautiful even. It's a clear turquoise blue, but it is clustered with sharp, jagged coral reef. So you don't want to be falling into that.
Now it all makes sense. It's not named for a blind man. It was made by a blind man.
Could have been.
Oh,
Could have been.
I know Quint's such a fan of this, but I think we should tie each other together. Lash each other and...
You want to put everybody on this bridge at the same time? The little one weighs like 10 stone. And you and me are no small beasties either.
That's true. I might not want to risk it, but that's a long way to go to wait for one person.
All right. So I will give you
600 feet.
Yeah. I will give you a little more information on this bridge. Just I feel like you're going to need it. The bridge has a total of what looks to be about 300 wooden planks, and they do not look particularly sturdy. Some look sturdier than others. They are spaced a decent stretch. I mean, they're not like right. You saw they're not right next to each other. You know, they're pretty. Let me say about 2 feet across from each other, a little less. Yeah.
So
close.
Did either of you grow up in caves as children? I did. And when we were in the caves as children, one of the things that we used to do was play The Floor is Lava. Have you ever played The Floor is Lava?
No.
No.
Played The Floor is Chasm.
The Floor is Chasm.
Mountains Roof.
So what we would do is we would get really big, long things and slide them along and walk down the end and then hand another one over and kind of jump from log to log or platter to platter. And I wonder if there's something that we can find to span 6 or 7 of these slats at once and distribute our weight and walk across them and then flip another one and work our way across.
I'm going to check the moorings out for the bridge.
That's a good idea too.
Using my stonemason knowledge.
Okay.
To see if it will even hold weight.
Yeah, no, go for it.
So that is a double proficiency. 27.
Oh, yeah. You actually noticed that whoever made this bridge at the time, it almost seems like, I'll just give it to you. It almost seems like something washed out the bridge because originally it was made extremely sturdy and that rope is still very, very strong. You really don't have any fear that the rope or anything that it is attached to on the 2 ends is going to snap or break. It is just those planks in the center. Something happened to them specifically, but rope, the 2 sides that it's attached to, how deep in they go, everything seems to be pretty sturdy. It's just, stepping on those planks that looks to be the dangerous part.
I'm pulling my backpack off.
Okay.
Pulling out my 50-foot of rope. Tying one side around through the spikes around me. Looping the rope in several coils that are loose and can be manipulated as need be.
Mm-hmm.
To the top of one side of the bridge. Then tying the rope around me again.
Okay.
And I'm basically going to grab both sides and just try to be like this, not touching the planks, just using the rope to get across.
Okay. Does that mean you're going first?
Don't I always? Short guy goes first.
You know what? I don't even know if that counts. Give me an athletics check for that one. I'm gonna make this one athletics because there's no way that's dexterity. That is just pure spite. Just using ingenuity and anger to get across, and I appreciate
25.
That. Yeah. So, how long was that rope? How far are you?
50 foot. So there's plenty of room for me to be able to do what I need.
Okay, so you have made it to. Let me do math here. Was that a 1/12 of the way across? Is that correct?
Pretty much.
Okay. So you're standing on about let's see the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, look at that. You are standing on I'll just say the safe zone for now. You don't want to see what I have on my paper. Who's going next? All right, Argrax.
I put my hand upon you, Argrax, and cast guidance. Whatever ability check you're going to do, you get an extra 4.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to really start working my way out across, using my tail also to help balance.
Okay, so you are taking the steps one at a time?
Yes.
Okay. So as you take a step onto that second plank, it fully snaps beneath your feet. I would like you to make a dexterity roll for me, please.
18.
What was that?
18.
18. All right. So with your tail helping you and with that extra 4 that you need, this is great. Yeah, you definitely make it onto the third plank without falling down. So that was very helpful. But before you move on, I'm going to give that to I'm sorry. Traylon. Traylon, where are you going?
I'm going to see if there's anything around to span some of these planks. Driftwood, fallen tree, branches, anything that I can come up with.
There are a couple banana trees right there. They're clustered amidst the rocks. You can definitely grab onto some branches. They're pretty decently big.
Yeah, I'll probably try and get some, even if it's just for a balance stick to keep me from going through.
Okay.
Of course, I got a really nice quarterstaff to do that with anyway. But yeah, just looking at maybe strap something onto my feet so that I can carry across 2-3 planks at a time.
So you're making banana tree skis.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. Sure. And then are you just taking these steps sort of one at a time and distributing the weight?
Yeah, just trying to distribute the weight and go across as best as I can, nice and slow and easy, because my dexterity is terrible.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
and I know.
I'm gonna let you go about 30 feet using that right there. I'm gonna say you're still in the safe zone. Let's play it that way. You're still in the safe zone. You got about 30 feet. 30 feet. So far, Puent, you were ahead by a little bit. Traylon, you were just behind, or Traylon just behind. And Argrax, you were still pretty far in the back. So we're gonna do this. You take all the time you need to. We're back to Puent. How would you like to continue onward? Are you going to make another swing?
Yeah, I'm gonna skimmy as far as I can with the rope and use it kind of like the pulley system still.
Amazing. Another 50 feet then. So that would bring you a sixth of the way in. Ooh, unfortunately for you, when you land both feet on that plank.
Not plank, rope.
Oh, you're using the rope.
I'm sticking to the side and just
That's right,
taking
that's
the
right,
rope.
that's right. All right. So as you do that, though, I will let you know that that plank does actually snap under the sort of tension there. But you're right, the rope is still totally fine. That's why you were asking. I totally understand now. All right, Argrax.
I want to go ahead and move forward because I want to try to keep up and stay as close to Point as I can because reasons.
All right, so you're going to make an attempt to move your full 30 feet.
Oh,
See what
yeah.
happens. All right, that fifth plank, as you step on it, it does snap underneath of you, and you're going to need to make a dexterity save again. Sorry.
I guess that's just gonna be 10.
Okay, Argrax, you do slip all the way through. However, instead of falling all the way down because you did not get below a 10, you have fallen through that hole and you are dangling in that space. You did manage to grab on there, but you are now dangling above a chasm full of sharp coral. So that's not good. Do you wanna react to that at all while you're here?
Yeah, actually, let's see. I want now that I'm hanging, I'm gonna grab my trident out from my pack and put that across, kind of as like as a pull-up bar to help brace myself for my attempts to get back up in my current stability.
All right, do an athletics check for me, and then we'll move on. I believe in you.
That's 14.
Okay, you do manage to pull that one off. So well done. I believe in you. In the meantime, we are going to see what Traylon is up to.
I'm gonna continue with my little skis, slowly moving across.
All right, so you have made it to it's a 30-foot move. So yeah, you are pretty much able to slowly sort of scoot your way across. However, I will let you know that so far you have found a bunch of these. So there's 300 planks, and so far the first one, which is kind of where you're standing, the second one, the fifth one, the 8th one, the 13th one, and now, Traylon, you have noticed the 21st one have all crumbled beneath your feet. Now, Traylon, because you are spreading your weight out, you are managing to stay upright. Just throwing that out there as you walk across them.
Can anyone math?
And I will put that in the comments just in case anyone wants to join in the party here. Anything else for your turn before we go back to Quint and see how he's doing, scooting along like a little zip line?
Nope, that's all.
All right, Quint, go ahead. Let's do it.
Doing that again, and might not have made it that far with only a 16.
All right. Yeah, all right. So no, you did pretty good. I'm gonna say you went, let's say 40 feet forward. And again, you have landed. You're really getting there. But that plank next to you definitely snapped when you stopped short. So they're snapping away as you were pulling on that rope. But you're getting there. I'm gonna math that while I'm sitting here. But you're getting there. You were so close. Argrax. So you are still dangling. You are managing to pull yourself up. You have that trident.
Yep. So I'm gonna get myself pulled back up.
All right.
And this bridge, the handrails are rope also with the planks beneath it, like
Correct.
we normally would expect.
Yep, and actually, it is exactly the way it is pictured. I found one that looks exactly the way I wanted it to. So this is pretty much exactly what you're looking at here. And those ropes on the side, as we've discovered, are totally sturdy. There's not, as far as Point could tell.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now that I'm back up is I'm going to continue using my trident as a slide and support along the top rails. That way, if something does break beneath me, I can avoid going through. And my little magical brain has, I believe, managed to figure out a Fibonacci.
Whoa. It's almost like it's important to know about right now. Yeah, so as you do that, you're going to move another 30 feet, I'm guessing. That's how far you want to go?
Yeah, and, as the, obviously, now starting to become aware of a sequence, because one does not become all-powerful in magic without being able to see through things.
Sweet. So as you take those steps, about the, let's say the 34th plank does break beneath your feet. And because you were holding on using your trident, I'm going to make you do an athletics or a strength, whichever you'd prefer, to see if you will stay upright and move yourself forward.
Well, they're both the same for me.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah. Because athletics is strength-based.
Fair point.
That's a 5. Unless somebody's got an advantage.
Ooh. Argax, you're just asking to go in the water, man.
At this point, how far have we gotten? Or have I gotten?
You are... let me do... You are less than halfway there. You're getting there, guys. But you are less than halfway there, Ardrax.
How many feet have I traveled? I need to know for things. Yes, and I see Mab.
You've gone 60, so about 65 feet.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Mab. Just Mab.
Yeah, Mab's got tons of points.
This is fun. I love this. All right, Blondie.
So that's going to be a 12 then.
Okay. That's a little bit better. You definitely did that thing where you sort of broke through. You did not fall in, but now you were sort of dangling yet again in between. But just like last time, you do have that trident out, so you're probably going to be able to.
Yeah. What is the distance between these steps?
They're between like 1.5 to 2 feet apart from each other.
Okay, because also as I'm going through, because I wasn't sure about the spacing and such, because of my tail and using the thing, I kind of for imagining purposes, the trident's what holding in front of me, and then my tail is behind me, also on the firm steps. So even though my feet might not have anything directly beneath, I'm still being supported front and behind because
Okay,
of my
so you're
body
sort of-
characteristics.
You have a natural skis.
Yeah, so that way after learning about from that drop the first time, I'm able to brace
Okay.
myself. That way, if I lose my footing, I'm not actually dropping. I'm catching
Perfect.
myself and just holding myself in air. So I
Love
just
it.
wanted to
All right.
point that out because of my natural
works for me.
ability.
I love it. All right, fantastic. So yes, you have sort of gone through. Your feet are dangling, but I will absolutely not thinking about your tail. Your tail would definitely give you that little extra oomph. You can put your feet out, grab the next one. That makes perfect sense to me. We are to Traylon. Let's do it.
Still skiing. I'm using my little staff.
Still skiing, and you are going to move another 30 feet with that one. Surprise, surprise. The 89th plank has broken, but you're fine. Just not put it in the comments because we know what's going on now. Quent, you're almost there. Quent and Traylon are almost. Or there, you're getting there. I wouldn't say almost there, but you're getting there.
14 to keep moving forward.
Yep, you got it. I will let you know that as you scootaloo, I think you're there. I've stopped mathing because it's not worth it at this point. The 144th plank has broken as you put tension in that area of the rope. All right, well, you're back to Argrax.
All right, again, continuing going.
And you have an advantage there. Apparently.
Yes, I do see I have another advantage.
Awesome.
I want to continue going. Especially I want to make note of when I hit 100 feet.
Okay, so you've moved 35. I'm sorry, 65. Another 30. Which give you 95. Again, those broken planks that were broken are still broken at this point. Assuming that you see where the broken planks are, they've been broken in front of you. You have your tail for guidance, your trident for guidance. You have now moved your full 30 feet, so that brings you to 95. You are almost at 100.
Can I dash a couple more feet?
Go for it. Let's make it an
because
even 100.
I now know where the safes are.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna dash a little bit more. Say another 10 foot.
All right, super. Again, you can see where all of those broken spots are, so you're totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Oh my gosh. Traylon.
Ski.
Ski.
I'm getting a little better at it. Trying to shuffle faster.
Shocker. The 233rd plank has broken. And you're almost there. You're almost to the other side. Quent.
17.
Oh, you got it. Let's just that's pretty good. You're gonna go your full zoomy there, your full 50. Nothing else is seeming to happen. And I believe, if I'm mathing correctly, you are like there already, correct?
Think I have one more.
You one more? I stopped counting because I can't math. I don't know why I did this to myself today.
How is the dwarf already almost 600 feet across this bridge?
Well, he's
Bouncy.
how to do it.
Bouncy. I didn't.
Yeah,
I used the ropes to bounce.
All right, Argrax.
Weebles wobble, but we don't fall down. Remember that.
All right. Well,
Another
all right.
grade?
So now I am. So there's less than 500 feet to the other side.
Yep.
Dimension door.
Amazing. Remind me, there's not a roll for that. That's just you just cantrip that one.
I cast a spell slot. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm teleporting myself.
Amazing. Well done.
Yep. The range is 500 feet.
Amazing. Excellent.
I'm like, hey, Gwent, what's taking you so long, mate? As I suddenly appear in front of him on the other side.
Well done. Coming in from behind. True underdog. All right. Traylon.
Work
Ski,
smarter,
ski,
not
ski.
harder, friends.
I'm just gonna keep skiing along. I see
right,
him
yeah.
disappear and reappear in front of me, and I'm grumbling.
Eva says, skeet, skeet, skeet. Oh, skeet, skeet, skeet. All right. Fantastic. You are just moving along. As you are moving, you're noticing that these planks don't seem to be breaking anymore. So you're doing okay. And we're just going to do this one last time just to bring it all back. Went.
With the nifty beautiful blue.
No way. All right, here's how this is going to roll. Not only do you scootaloo yourself using the rope
There's not
completely to
actually
the
a
other
door.
side.
It's
You
just
managed.
called door.
I know. I just thought that was funny enough to put up on screen. Point, you managed to not only make it all the way across, but you do a sick backflip and land right in front of Argrax with a flourish. Well done. Well done. We're just back to Traylon, and Traylon, I'm going to save you from this one unless there's something special you want to do. I'm just going to say everyone will wait patiently as you ski.
As it takes me another 2 minutes to
Watch
get
out
over
for the 377th and the 610th.
Well done.
When he gets within range, I'm going to take, as he's skiing, I'm going to take my rope and grappling hook, tie them together, and toss it to him.
Okay.
So that I can use the pulley system for him.
Okay.
I'll catch it, hopefully.
Yeah, you know what? You can both give me a dexterity for that one, I guess. I guess that's where that would fall. See what happens.
21. Net, dirty 21.
Okay.
Yeah, a mere 14.
Assuming you threw it.
I mean, I guess the combination of like a not quite lousy but not great throw, but a 21 to catch it, I think you make it. But it's one of those, really, dude?
I kind of whip my quarterstaff out there and snatch it with it.
I mean, we'll just say that I have no dexterity bonus whatsoever.
He's still a little shook that somehow he did some fancy gymnast dismount coming off of the bridge.
And apparently, I'm going to say it didn't hurt you at all, but pointy things do kind of thwack at you when he does it. So there you go.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the bounce from the last part. It had to counterbalance. Sorry, Argrax.
Oh, wow. This is already so much fun. All right. And you guys are very lucky that you did not go into that water. Just going to throw that out there. All right. So, meanwhile, I just want to let you know that Sigrid has not been rolling because she has gone last and basically just stepping over all the things that you guys break. So, once you wait for Sigrid to cross behind you, by the time you do cross that bridge, the sun has fully set. You're going to cross through. Once you get to the other side, there is a huge thicket of trees. There really isn't any left or right. Even though it is crescent-shaped, there's really nothing but jagged rocks to your left, nothing but the end of the chasm falling into the water to your right. The only option really is to go ahead into that thicket of banana trees. But you are at that point, Traylon, since you had actually seen the map, you are at that point where it looks like you're going to hit those trio of statues or stone like carving, something they looked like, I don't know, something carved from stone, perhaps. So if the map is correct, you will be coming across that very soon. I will ask, though, as you walk along, who is leading the way forward?
I go where I'm pointed to go, but I'm always first. I'm the short guy.
I'm just double checking. I was going to put you in the front, but I'm just making sure. All right.
Most traps aren't designed for dwarves. They're designed for taller people.
says.
Dwarves, gnomes, Kenda, we're kind of a little
Yeah. All right. So Quince, you were the first to come across the clearing beyond the trees. It is true that there is a big clearing, but instead of statues, you encounter something quite different. It is 3 giants with skin like stone. Each stands about 12 feet tall, massive limbs and sharp-looking teeth. They don't actually see you, Puent, at the moment. They are facing away from you. They're preoccupied with making their dinner.
Oh, this is not going to be good. I just stop, put my hand up in a big fist, hoping they know the military sign for stop. Considering I was a soldier before becoming a war cleric, I hope they don't stop.
I would recognize that because I'm a shepherd.
All right. What do you all do in this moment?
And I try to go two eyes that way, because I don't want to bring attention to us by speaking.
Argrax and Traylin, roll perception for me. See how you do with Puent sign language.
Ooh. Nope, I see nothing.
Oh no.
I got a 5.
Ooh, Traylin.
18.
Okay, so Argrax, you see Puent going, and you're like, "Oh no, those aren't stone statues. Those are giants in your head." And Traylin's like, "Yeah, we are going this way. I know. Let's do it." And Traylin, you continue walking onward, and as you do, you hear coming from the largest one, and he turns and spots you. Ah, lads, here we are to eat ourselves a supper of monkey meat. But I think we've found something even better to nibble on. Or, in other words, I smell man flesh. Anyway.
Upon hearing that, I'm like, oh, monkey meat. I love monkey. Would you like to try some monkey jerky? I got it. I made it fresh at the other island.
The giants look down at you menacingly and laugh. And the large one says, monkey jerky! Oh, it's jerky I'll be making of you, lad. There's room for you in our cauldron. And he reaches forward, Argrax, at you specifically, and brings down a hand to grab at you. And I'm going to let you react to that one.
All right,
with a dexterity, I suppose. All right. Let's see if you can beat a 17 here.
Well, I guess best roll is going to be a dexterity +1. So best roll is going to be a 10.
Oh, all right. So the giant does manage to get its hand around you and sort of pull you toward it. Not quite lift you off the ground, but pull you toward it. And he begins laughing. And at this time, Sigrid has been with you the entire time. She goes, whoa, wait. Now, I can't believe what I am saying. Stone giants are like a myth. as far as I was aware, but we worshipped you. Our ancestors loved you. You shouldn't be here on this island. You're from like the old country. We don't mean you any harm. But don't eat us. We can figure something out. This is kind of awesome and yet terrifying. Anyone wanna jump in here?
Point's just getting his warhammer and his shield, and he has learned something from watching the Vikings, and he just starts slamming the warhammer into the shield and chanting guttural tones like a Viking would.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This doesn't seem to really intimidate them. All three begin to laugh. Just gonna throw them up again because they're really scary looking. They all begin to laugh again, and they said, I don't think there's much that you could give us that we'd want. The only thing we have sunlight. We have roaring cook fires. We have plenty of monkey meat. The only thing we have not are wives. Come on into the stew you go. I mean, pulls Argrax closer.
I want to
As he
cast.
tries to do that,
I want to activate my Fey Presence ability.
Okay.
As an action, you can cause each creature in a 10-foot cube from you to make a Wisdom saving throw, or become charmed or frightened by you, your choice, until the end of your next turn.
All right, so let's do it. Ooh, okay, that went poorly for me. I rolled a 3 on that one. So
that's not a 15.
No, it's not. All right. So, in what way would you like to charm or scare this stone giant? Oh, wait, hang on.
Oh, there she goes.
Blondie has chosen violence today.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? It's better she burn her one nat 21 on a skill check than a damage attack.
I think she just wants to see you go in the pot, man.
I've barely used my Fey Presence at all with this character, so I don't have much opportunities for it.
That was pretty cool, actually. All right, so he's not really charmed by you at all. He's just continuing to laugh, and he pulls you even closer. And the other two stone giants do begin to advance toward both Pwent and Traylon, as well as Sigrid, who is going, no.
So how close is the one that grabbed Argrax?
You basically stumbled right upon their little cook fire. They've just gotten it started.
So his arm is very close to me, you're saying?
It's within 20 feet. I would say. It's not far.
I step in, drop the shield, and I use a two-handed swing.
Okay.
And unfortunately, he's just not going to like me. With
no way. Nice.
Another one, nice.
The sad part is I've got like 15 different 20s. I'm rolling one after another to try to be, nice here.
No. You roll what you roll. It's okay. All right.
That's the special warhammer that when I crit, that dude stops with time.
Okay.
For a couple seconds. So like 2 rounds, I think Paulo said.
Okay, so you're gonna freeze time with 2 rounds.
On that.
Or for 2 rounds.
for that stone giant in particular. Yep.
Okay,
He's
and then is
frozen in
there
time.
okay? Is there a damage roll with that one as well, or damage with that one?
Yeah. So it still does my normal damage. So we are looking at 1d10. So that is 18.
All right. All right. Traylon, you've been very quiet, sitting there gazing up.
I was trying to figure out which way this was going to
Okay.
go, and I now know which way it's going to go. So I am going to clap my hands and drop a moonbeam down on that third giant.
All right. So, Puent, I will just say the big one is next to you. He's the one grabbing Argrax. Traylon, there is the one on our left, sort of playing a little flute over there. In the image is by you, and then Lady Giant is further away from all of you. So there you go. All right, go ahead. Let's do it.
All right. So yeah, just basically a moonbeam comes down on him. And when it starts its turn there, it's going to be engulfed in ghostly flames and take a whole lot of radiant damage.
Okay. That sounds awful. All right, Argrax, what are we doing?
So, point attack, the one that was holding me, right?
Correct, and he did hit it in the arm. Puent, was that the arm that was holding Argrax, just by chance?
Yeah.
All
I
right,
was
so
hoping to hit him hard enough to make him release Argrax.
I'm going to say that definitely, since you hit with a 21, he did let go of you, Argrax, at that point. You weren't being held up, so he just sort of opened his grip. You didn't, fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see. What do we want to? Eeny, meeny, miny, so many options to do.
By the way, I'm assuming these giants are not shape changers. That would be important if they are. I didn't think they were. Just to lay it out.
No, but you might be onto something there. Not giving anything away.
All right. So the one that point hit, it's frozen. It can't move.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it is unable to pass saves.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna breathe on it.
Okay.
Another thing I've rarely done with this guy.
You know, to be honest with
The
you,
only
if
other time
you
I've
move,
really used my breath attack was
Argrax,
stop.
if you move one direction or the other, you could technically line up two in your line.
Yes, I'm going to try to maximize my.
Because if you move to our left, as we would be facing, you can get big guy and lady giant. If you move to the right as we're facing, you can get big guy and flute guy.
Yeah, because now it's a 5 by 20 or 5 by 30 foot.
It's 5 foot wide, 30 foot long.
Yep. I was trying to. So I'm going to do that. Once I find where my breath weapon is. There it is. All right. So the one that can save will need to pass a 13.
Okay. And that is actually, yep, they do pass that one.
Okay, so they're just going to take half.
Okay.
And let's see. I am now. How much is my? Okay, so 2d6.
Bring it on.
That is going to be 5 acid damage.
All right. So
Full for failed and half on saved.
I will do 3 for that one. All right. All right, that is everyone in rotation here. Sigrid is just hanging back, going, "No, guys, bad idea." But, you know, she's been hanging back the whole time and hasn't helped with much else. Anyway, so the large one over here, he is not doing much of anything because he is not moving. So we are looking at the lady giant is going to move forward and is going to throw. These are not quite exact pictures. She's going to throw a rock or a stone because she is stone, and she's going to aim that at. Let's see who's closest to her at the moment. Would that actually be Argrax, or did Quent move closer? Let's see. I think Argrax, you are closest because you were dragged forward. So she's going to throw a rock at you. You need to beat a 10. Make it easy there.
Negative.
All right. I'm so sorry.
I just barely didn't suck.
Okay. So that's just going to be there's going to be 4 points of rock smacking your head damage. However you would like to say that more eloquently. That's smacky ow is how I would phrase it. All right. And now we are at our guy over there with the flute. His name is actually Lud. It's my favorite name of the three of them. So Lud is going to not do anything apparently because a moonbeam has shown down. And what awful things?
Yep, he needs to make a con save, DC 15.
Okay. And he fails that one miserably.
He fails that one, so he is going to take 16 radiant damage, and he is now also engulfed in magical fire. So we get advantage against him for the next round.
Yeah, and his action is going to be to scream because he's on fire. Cool, fantastic. We are back to the beginning. Plant. Ow.
So I am going to use Crusader's Mantle.
Okay.
Oh, is he staying in the moonbeam, by the way?
Is he what?
Is he staying in the moonbeam? He didn't leave it?
Can he step out of it?
He can. It's just light. He can move.
Yeah. No, I will take a guess that he has sort of flailed himself out of it.
You will take a guess? You're controlling him.
I mean, his name is Lud for a reason. So they've got personalities and backstories here. He's the one that might not move out of the moonbeam. All right, Point, go for it.
All right, so Crusader's Mantle allows holy power to radiate from me within a 30-foot radius. It makes people that I consider friendly creatures to have their boldness awaken from within.
Okay.
And they deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage for every weapon attack they make. Until the spell ends, which is 1 minute of game time.
Wow.
So like 10 rounds.
Sweet. All right, fantastic. All right. Anything else while you're standing here?
I think I'm going to use my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And just because he's had the stuff thrown at him, I'm going to hit Argrax with Shield of Faith.
Cool.
Which grants him a +2 bonus to his armor class.
Okay. Sweet.
That does indeed make me even more tankier.
Catch up.
Who'd have thought a warlock would normally have a 17 armor class right now? Boosted to 19 for a turn. Try hitting me now.
Oh, I will, but go ahead.
Okay, so my turn. All right, so we have advantage against a guy that's on fire right now, right?
You sure do.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so We are going to. You know what? Tried and true Warlock. Eldritch Blast.
All right. Just waiting for that one to come out. Go for it. And you were aiming at Lud on fire.
Yep. 2 beams at my level.
Okay.
You know, not as lucky as Pax Pan passed to level up and get that 3rd beam yet.
That was
Maybe.
helpful.
So, well, I guess let's see what's this one here. Crap, I guess that one didn't hit. But that one definitely does. 12 plus 7 is 19.
All right. Sweet.
And that's going to be 12 force damage.
Ow. All right. And Traylon. Oh, Argos.
And I'm going to move back a little bit.
Yep. Sweet. About how far? I mean, it doesn't. We're in a small space, so it doesn't really matter too much. But
7 feet.
okay, cool. Traylon, what's up?
I'm going to move so that the moonbeam is directly between me and one of the other giants.
Okay.
Turn on my little archer constellation, and I'm going to shoot him with a regular arrow. The one that's on fire.
Of course.
Yeah.
Poor Lud.
Because I do have advantage for that.
Okay.
So
yeah, I just had to do a quick reroll because I forgot about the advantage to head on attack, but then my other dice for the failed still failed.
Okay.
So I am glad that I have advantage on that because that avoided a crit fail. So 22 to hit.
Okay.
Almost opposite ends of the die.
Wow.
And that is 3 plus the 4 radiant, so 7.
Okay. Ow.
Thank you, Point.
All right. I will mention that as all this is going on, Sigrid is kind of freaking out, and at this moment, before
Useless
anyone
broad.
any more moves, she has not helped this particular turn. This the whole time she's been on this island. To be fair,
When has she helped anywhere?
hey, she gave you access to the treasure. Okay, she'll work.
Who's doing all the heavy lifting? Who's fighting all the stuff?
That's why
Who
you're here.
started an interspecial war between parrots and monkeys? Not her. The stories are going to be written about us.
Oh, for sure.
And Sammy Bird's going to tell it all.
I need to remember. I'm gonna put Sammy Bird on my shoulder for the next game. It's gonna be so loud. It'll be so worth it. All right. So meanwhile, she's been going. Wait. These are like sacred to us. I'm sorry. You're on fire, guys. Can we just stop hitting them for like 2 minutes and see if we can do something?
They tried to eat us.
What?
They tried to eat us.
What? No, they just said we'd be nice in a stew. They also said that they wanted wives. So anyone single?
Anyone female?
Whoa, hang on.
What
And
greater
with that-
honor than to be wife to a sacred stone giant?
True. And with that, guess what time it is, guys? We have landed exactly on time for confession.
This secret. She saying like, "Oh, stop attacking." What are you gonna do to help contribute? I mean, all she is she got the map. Read the map. Oh, where's this? Where's that? Okay. We get into a counter. She ain't doing nothing. She just hanging around the back. We get to the thing. I get picked up to get put into a stew. Yeah, I'm not a stew dragon. I make stew out of other stuff, like monkeys and the fish thing that apparently I couldn't loot because the DM wasn't ready for that. But, when is she going to actually really contribute and be a productive member of this team? Or do I just kind of turn her in?
Okay, look. I'm half cow. I'm an omnivore. I eat meat, but I have a thing against me being eaten. So whatever Sigrid's going on about doesn't matter until these things are stopped. That's just me. You don't eat me.
She says she doesn't want us to fight. But yet here we are about to be eaten, and she just goes, no, no, no. You're trying to be Dora, but no explorer. Stand to the side. We killed him.
Wow. Harsh. I don't think that dragon one likes me very much. So in my culture, in the Swordic people, the Viking culture, these are stone giants. I mean, they're legendary. They're like fairy tales that we tell each other when we go to bed at night. And to fight them and beat them up, I mean, that just feels wrong. I know they're trying to eat us. I know, I get it. But there's got to be something you can do, is what Sigrid says. Anyway, all right. Now would be a great time to talk about some of our sponsors. There it goes. Some of our sponsors here today. I don't know why that's not opening. Come in. Anyway, first up, why am I in here? Mab's Mobile Mercantile. I'm trying to get up the thing. I promise it's in here. There it is. Mab's Mobile Mercantile. A whirlwind of whimsical merch awaits you at Mab's Mobile Mercantile, where you can find stickers, magnets, mugs, and more with incredible and hilarious imagery made by our very own Mab Just Mab. And I had mentioned this on the last show, but I do need to bring this up again, and I keep forgetting to actually bring them out to show you. I just placed a custom order with the site, and oh my god, guys, the stickers and magnets that I got were absolutely fantastic, amazing, and my friends all have them on their cars and stuff right now, which is so cool. I will try and remember to bring them with me next time to show you, because they're amazing. So yes, definitely visit Mab's. It should be in the comments right now. I also have a banner for it now that things have stopped messing with me. It's mabsmobilemercantile.com for all of that good stuff. Also, the newest D&D tour is in December. The one for Scotland and England in July of this year is actually sold out. There are definitely still some slots open for next year if you are still interested in going to that one. But in the meantime, in December, we have a New Orleans Dungeons & Dragons tour that is December 5th through the 9th of 2023. Not only do we get to do all kinds of amazing, fantastic, and somewhat spooky things while we are down in New Orleans, you also get access to the Louisiana Renaissance Festival. And guys, I have personally performed there for many, many years. It is awesome. It is so much fun. They don't have monkey jerky, but they do serve alligators. So there's that. I don't know if that's helping to promote it or not, but it is going to be a lot of fun. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you check out rentadventures.com. Finally, if you haven't yet become a Patreon subscriber, now would be a great time to do that. Let's see. Oh, it did work. Fantastic. There it goes. Okay, cool. Now would be an awesome time to do that. It is April, so we're getting there. We're not quite halfway through the year yet, but guys, we've kicked off a crazy amount of exciting things. New perks, updated some previous ones. We have new contests. We have new shows. Mab's Labs just premiered, which is so cool. I'm so excited. I do want to catch one of those at some point. And we have discount codes for merchandise, like this wonderful little t-shirt here, but we also have given away some really cool prizes. We have contests that go every single month, at least once a month. We've given away the source book from Judas and Magnolia for our recent Into the Feywild season. Pan, His Majesty in Yellow, a whole book. That whole thing was sent to our contest winner. Before that, we had a pair of earrings made on the show, on the Crafting with Cubby and Shoshi show. Wow, that's hard to say. That were sent to our winner previously. And this month we have a contest up until Monday of this upcoming week. So you just have over the weekend to continue to answer that contest question to try and win the prize. The prize is a trio of teas from Tabletop Teas, one of our previous sponsors and one of the coolest tea shops ever. So definitely, if you are a Patreon subscriber, get on that. But also, if you are not a Patreon subscriber, now is the time to do that because we have some really cool, not just the contests, I just really think they're cool. There's a lot of cool stuff going on the Patreon, and it is getting updated week by week. There's some really cool stuff. AMAs, I haven't even talked about that. AMAs are things that you can get over on Discord. Anyway, anything else that you are interested in, definitely check it out. Go to patreon.com/nat21adventures to learn more about that one. And yay, thank you guys for getting that all into the comments. I kept going to the comments to try and grab that, but you already did it. And I'm going to bring everybody back in because the other reason that we are here, not just tonight, but every single night during the day too, like Shakespeare was doing Songs of Shakespeare earlier today, it is all because of you. Yes, folks, it is thanks to your support and viewership. We can bring you this swashbuckling campaign just about every month and campaigns like these just about every day of the week. So here's to each and every one of you in a rousing huzzah. Thank you so much. And now that I just said all of those things, it is back to romancing the stone, perhaps. That was a really lame joke, and no one's going to know what I'm talking about.
That was great. Love it.
Thank you.
See, I think during the break, I think I figured out why they're so hungry. They got the munchies. They're all stoned.
It's 420.
They're freaking stoned. That's their problem.
Anyway, I'm glad I have an outlet for all of my nonsense. All right, so when we last left, we had Argrax totally calling out Sigrid, and Sigrid is like, whoa. And I didn't quite let that conversation finish because I thought that was a funny time for our little confessions there. So by all means, continue.
I don't know. I think the rest of it played out quite nicely in my head for confession. I've never been fully trustworthy of her since the beginning, so.
Fair point.
And considering the first thing that happened when we met her is she stole something and got a warhammer to the back.
Truth. So what you're all saying is instead of you're gonna sacrifice Sigrid to the rocks.
She's the one who keeps bringing up the marriage thing.
No, well, to be fair, they said.
I know what they said. No.
Nope.
There are 3 of them. I mean, you can keep hitting them with the hammer. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying Sigrid brought up the fact that
they're old beasts in a new world. They can make it work.
Ouch. All right, well, good, because it just so happens to be the largest one's turn in our rotation since we stopped halfway through. Hearing all of this conversation going on, says, we need good wives, giant wives. I don't think you would be worthy to be our wives. And he also lifts a rock from the ground, because you are on that rocky terrain, and he takes it and he throws it at Quent this time. Picking them off one by one. Quent, let's see. Need you to do a dexterity check for me, please. See if that... Oh, and I have advantage. No. Oof.
Oh, I'm taking the hit.
Okay.
I didn't even get a 10.
Okay. So that is going to be...
I mean, we are talking about, armor class 18 with spikes. I'm not a dexterous dwarf.
No. That is going to be 4 ouchie rock bang bang damage, or whatever we're calling it at this point.
You
It says
dented
it in
my
here.
armor. I am mad.
Yeah, for sure. This round, Lud this is still 2 for him, right? Because he had done 2, now he's out of it. Lud is on his 2nd round of being in fiery doom pain. So we are back to Chick Giant. She is going to just kind of swing out with her giant fist, and she's going to aim at Traylon. No, you are on the other side of the moonbeam, so she's going to swing at Arcrex. So that is going to be another dexterity for that one. And because this is stone, this is bludgeoning damage, because she's a stone giant, so it's going to ouch. Hopefully get out of this one.
All right, so another. All right. And for this turn, I am AC 19.
Okay.
That's going to be
Oh, and I passed my concentration check.
17.
Okay, and 17. All right, cool. So you do manage to avoid that swing as it comes right above your head. Yeah, she's not going to do much else but step forward toward you because she missed you and now she's angry about it. We are back to top of the rotation here, so I believe that is Puent, the troublemaker who started it all.
How did I start it?
They're Norse source, whatever. Do they like drink? I mean, who doesn't like a good drink?
You can certainly try.
Free hand. Grab a battle brew and toss it to the giant and go, have a drink on us.
All right, let me see. You're throwing at the big guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he totally catches that. Is this tribute to us?
Aye.
He sort of bites off the lid, raises it above his head, and says, "To the old gods."
Wait, I grab one because I remember this from the bar. Skull!
Skull! You drink. He downs the entire thing in one giant gulp.
What? Downs the entire thing. What you talking about?
That's true. That is fair. He says, tribute to the old gods. Come. Join us by our fire. We will sing of the old gods. And they lumber over. Poor Lud is still on fire, though.
Oh, he stepped out of the moonbeam, so he's not taking any more fire. Yeah.
All right.
And I released the moonbeam spell.
Okay, fantastic. You see that the lady giant is still sort of apprehensive, but obviously her leader is like, come. And with a mighty thud, he sits upon the ground, shaking it, scattering some of the rubble, and sort of invites you over as well.
I go around and I place a Points battle brew for everybody.
Poor Lud. Yes, Lud does not want any of your drink. Lud ouches. Lud was on fire. Lud's not happy. But other than that, he'll take it.
Tell him he's got it. Drink. It will help you.
Yeah, drink something flammable. You're not on fire anymore.
If he drinks it, there's a reason behind it.
Fair point. All right, so everybody takes a swig. You see Sigrid going like, oh. Ooh.
As Lud grabs the bottle from my hand to drink,
yeah,
he's healed for 8 points of damage.
Awesome. All right.
Make him think helps. That's a real tribute in that drink.
Oh, good guy. Make better old gods made happy. So as you sit around and are drinking your drink, the big giant stone giant, it's kind of silly, he is a giant, so he would be giant. He introduces himself. He says, been many years since I have spoken to people. I am Organg. Lady Giant is Makmad, and you have met Lud the Dull. Lud goes, Lud. We
I
speak
am
now
Lud.
of old gods. What was that?
I am Lud.
I am Lud. We speak now of old gods. Tell us of old gods, your gods.
Our gods.
Old gods come from near and far. Tell us of your old gods.
There are many. The spiky one can tell you about the great shark.
I give him a 5-minute dissertation on Jossus.
Roll a performance check.
Because, it's not like I don't have the Jossus symbol on my shield, the Jossus symbol on my pointy armor.
Uh-huh.
As he's about to start speaking, I place a hand on his back and give him some guidance.
Amazing.
So that is a 17.
That works.
Plus
Awesome.
4.
Plus 4. Yes, it is a 4.
That's with that.
So it's a dirty 21 on Jarvis.
Praise Jossus, everybody.
Praise Jossus.
Clearly, Organg is moved by your passion for your old god, the ancient one, the one of many moons ago. And you almost see a little glint of a rock tear. He's so happy to hear you speak so passionately of your old gods. And he says, many forget the old gods, praise new gods, false gods. Old gods you worship, yes? And he points to our Grax and Trelin.
I let my constellation shine a little brighter and say, my old gods are so old they have become the stars.
Yes, old gods, old as stars. And Lud goes, Lud.
By the way, every sip that they take,
Yeah,
point right there with them.
amazing. I'm sure that's no challenge. They're only like
Everyone
12
but
people.
Lud is noticing that he drinks along.
Heck yeah. As you're doing this, by the way, you're noticing that Sigrid is getting more and more, feeling more and more at ease. And she jumps into and she says, so I worship the old gods. That's how I knew you were here and you were special. And I didn't want to hurt you because, I'd eventually like to go to Valhalla. And I don't think fighting you is going to get me there.
Actually, that's the perfect way to get to Valhalla because you die a warrior's death in battle.
True. But the gods really like these guys, and I feel like they'd get mad at me. So I didn't like those odds. So this is nice. Praise the old gods. Actually, we just came from a really nice temple to Siegfried, which was great. Speaking of old gods. So we're with you. We just worship there, so we're good. We're good. Argrax, you have yet to speak on this one, and I will mention that Organg seems to be waiting for you to say something before he continues onward.
Well, the old gods are many. Some are friends, some are foe. Some of the more popular ones have a very handy song. The ones about this smart one, and so it's redhead, and the skipper too.
You sing song of old gods. Sing song for me of old gods, and we will sing for you.
Insert singing said song here.
Which one of you guys is Marianne is all I want to know.
Well, we know I'm not the professor.
3-hour tour. Is it a 3-hour song? That'd be great.
I think that would have to be more like Gilligan.
Okay, side note, if someone wants to do this in the comments, if we were to make Gilligan's Island Nat 21 style, across all platforms, across all games, which characters would be which characters on Gilligan's Island? Like in general. Wow. Ooh. Who would be Gilligan? Would it be Romulus? Anyway. Something says that works itself out. Anyway, so upon finishing your song about your old gods, of which obviously the stone giants have never heard of, they begin to sing a song in their ancient Sordic language, the language that all those runes were written in. Some of you guys probably recognize it at this point, but basically their entire song is just about keeping a dream of the old gods alive. Is sort of the translation of that one. Yes, Kara. Absolutely. So as you are drinking and as you are paying tribute and enjoying your time around the fire, that monkey meat has been stewing up, and they invite you to eat as well. Not eat you at this point.
That's good because I'm not done aging yet.
All right. The tribute that you have given them this evening is more tribute than they have probably gotten in their entire existence since coming to this island. So that hospitality has very much made them think favorably toward you. And as you finish up your meal, as you finish up your drinks, as the night moves, it's probably about midnight at this point. Organg stands and he beckons you to follow him deeper into the thicket of banana trees that lays beyond the cook fire. Come, a gift for you.
Much appreciated. We will follow.
Okay. As you follow deeper into the banana trees, you notice there is one tree that is bigger than the rest. It's very gnarled around its center, and there is a hollow toward the bottom. Organg points at it and says, "Gaze, you three, gaze. It is a gift."
I'll shine the light of my staff on it.
Okay. So it is a pretty normal looking pool of water, sort of stagnant water that is pooled into the hollow made by an old gnarled banana tree. Nothing particularly exciting at first glance, but by the light of your staff, you do happen to notice that on one of the branches just above it, there is something carved in runes into that branch.
Hi, Rex. There's some runes here I don't recognize.
Ah, yes. And I take a look at them so I can read them. Because I can read anything.
Okay. So when you translate those runes, again, it is in that same sort of ancient version of a language, but you can still read it. It's sort of like trying to read, Old French and New French. You're close enough, you can figure it out. Basically, it says, To see the past, I must be fed. Fruit born when earth and time were wed. Not from tree or bush are found, but fruits from deep within the ground. And I will type that in the comments so that we're not all trying to figure it out.
Thoughts and prayers? Potatoes? Ground?
The first part, and then so it is to see the past I must be fed, fruit born when earth and time were wed. In the second part, not from tree or bush are found, but fruits from deep within the ground.
Diamonds, stones, gems, something from deep in the earth. Yeah, there you go, Kara. You're thinking along the same line as me. We did collect some gems recently, did we not?
In your recent, let me pull it up. In your recent treasure chest, there was, I want to say it was an opal. Let me check that one. But yes, there were gemstones in the last, at the very least, the last treasure chest you got, if not the one before it as well.
Yes, I do not think I wrote these specific notes.
Hang on, I got it for you.
Notes.
A deep blue spinal gemstone was in the last one. And then I can look to see if there was the one before, but there is a blue gemstone that you did get out of the last treasure chest.
Yeah, my notes just say gemstone.
And then there is a black pearl pendant set in lapis lazuli from the previous treasure chest. So now you have one pendant with 2 gemstones in it, and then a gemstone just on its own. Somebody has it. In somebody's pocket, there are 3 gemstones, 2 in one pendant, 1 on its own.
I think I've got the blue one in my bag of holding. I think Argrex has the other in his.
If you're willing to part with one.
Yeah.
I pull out the blue gemstone because I'm thinking earth and water. And I place it in the hollow of the tree.
All right. So, as you do this, the pool begins to glow. Surprise, surprise, that was the answer. Well done. So I would like everyone to roll a perception check for me, just to see how much of all of these things you're going to be able to see from where you're standing.
17.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
14.
Okay, you all beat a 10. Good. All right. All right, so all 3 of you are gazing into this pool, and from there, you can see the water begins to swirl, and it seems like a scene is unfolding, almost like a painting is being painted upon the surface of the water. As you are looking in, you see the first scene unfolds. It is the image of what you assume to be, from description, Jarl Hawk and Ivar Halfson, and they are on the shores of this very island that you stand upon now. The 7 ships, there are 7 ships in that fleet. You do see all 7. They are poised on the horizon, and there is a huge wooden barge that is smoking and sinking into the sea beyond the coral reef that you sailed into, or in past. These 2 men on the shore are breaking the chains of dozens of poor souls, men and women, young and old, all wearing filthy rags. One of these poor souls, a minotaur, pauses to speak with the one you assume is Jarl Hawk by the way he is dressed. He produces a small leather book hidden away in a secret pocket of his clothes. It is that same book that was found in the first treasure chest. Now, the water swirls and lands upon another scene. So as you're watching, it's almost like a new painting is being painted on the surface of the water. There is a woman, and she is praying at the altar within the temple that you just left on the island of the Weeping Lady. And I'm going to ask you all to do one more perception check for me. Let's see how much of this particular scene, if you catch some of these details.
12.
Okay.
9.
8.
Okay. You can't quite make out any details of her particularly. You just notice that she is younger. She's not the old woman that you saw last time. She holds a dagger above her head and then swiftly plunges it downward into the heart of a sacrificial goat on that altar, sort of like the old woman did when you were there last time. She smiles as she dips a finger into the blood and reaches up to draw a rune upon the forehead of a man who stands across the altar. You can't really see too much about him either, because you didn't really get that many details out of it. But you do notice he's wearing sort of like motley bright colors from where you can see. This is a little bit fuzzier, this one. And the woman whispers something. But again, you can't quite make out exactly what it is that she has whispered at this point. But she definitely took her finger, dipped it in the blood, super gross, drew on this guy's forehead, and whispered something at him. Super bizarre. But there is one last scene to see right there in that pool. There's one last painted scene that sort of paints itself to life on the surface of that pool. Hang on one second. Let me make sure I have this ready to go. That final scene, a swirl of water takes away that image and leaves you with that same guy you're assuming is Jarl Hawk again. He's dressed like the captain of a Viking ship. And he is manic. He's much older now. There's gray in his beard. He looks a lot older. And he's frenzied and he is shouting. He is on board of what you assume is his ship. There's a crazed look in his eye and he presses a dagger against somebody's throat. Can't quite see who it is at the moment. And he is pushing them over the side of a ship, like over the edge. This is a terrible, terrible scene. The crew is panicked and they have their hands sort of raised to him as if to like placate him, but they're kind of scared to do something. This is what you're all seeing on this one. This guy, who you assume is Jarl Hawk, seems to be foaming at the mouth of rage in this scene. And in a flash from the edge of the crowd, Ivar Hafson, his bestie, which we know, tackles Jarl Hawk to the ground, freeing that poor soul who almost just lost their life at the hands of the captain. And do me one more perception check to see if you can recognize the face, see if you can make out that detail. Just for the heck of it.
Oh, that's better. 21 dirty.
17.
18.
All right, so those of you who were able to roll high enough to grab this one, anybody who beat the 10, is going to notice the face of that poor soul that was almost totally like sliced open and thrown over the side of a ship, who was rescued in that little moment. I don't know if you remember this face, but it is little Sibby. Poor little Sibby. Sammy's buddy from way back when. Yeah. So the scene ends. That water sort of loses the glow that it has, settles down, the painting fades away, and now there is nothing but a hollow with some stagnant water in it and a gemstone sitting at the bottom.
Grab the gemstone back.
All right. Okay.
Although I kind of also wonder if might it be possible that those memories or scenes strictly came from that particular gemstone? Might it read other gemstones like a pensieve?
You could throw
memories?
another gemstone in and see what happens.
Pop quiz DM. What do you do when we make another reference?
I love that reference, and I'm mad that I have no Harry Potter stuff on my desk to grab at. It's back there to make jokes.
Because that's exactly what that was acting like.
Mm-hmm. You could throw something else in. You could
That's
throw
good.
Gwent in.
I'm thinking like Galadriel's mirror, but yeah, same thing.
Just because we try tossing another one of the other ones in.
Okay. So as you do so, the water springs to life again. There is a glow, and you do rewatch the same scenes. However, because you are rewatching the same scenes over again, I'm gonna let you do one more perception check to see if you can catch more details this time around. That was a really good idea.
I got another
You are-
30-21.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm having a little trouble focusing.
That's you were so busy worried about when this one's gonna go. Okay, so on that second time around, you don't see anything new in that first. I guess the only thing that you do really notice in that first scene is that you do make out on that book. It is the exact same book that you actually have on your person right now from that very first treasure chest that you found. The book that was produced from the pocket of that poor person that was just in chains 30 seconds ago. On that second scene, you do notice some more details that you missed the first time around. You notice that the woman praying at the altar has a huge shock of red hair. And she is doing that gross thing with the blood of the goat on the dude. You actually still can't make out what that rune is because you are looking from behind at that point. You notice that the man is slender. He's got a tidy beard, and he is dressed in all kinds of motley bright colors. Nothing seems to match. Very gaudy. And when the woman whispers something, the two of you who are able to pick up on this one, you can read her lips this time around. And really, you needed a 21 to get this, so I'm going to give this one to you. You do notice from reading her lips that she says the words Stengen, which is in that ancient language, since Argrex was not the one that got that 21. So you can hold on to that one if you want to. And then, again, you don't really notice anything in that final scene. You just still feel really bad for little Sibby. Poor guy. Cool. Got any other things to throw in there?
Okay. I tossed a piece of monkey jerky after swapping out.
Nothing happens. Now you have
Actually, I do have a red diamond.
Okay. If you really want to watch it a third time, by all means. I don't have any more details for you. You like nailed that on the second try.
I mean, I was hoping maybe it would change the perspective.
You could try. Go for it.
So I put it in to see if it changes the perspective.
Again, the water springs to life and the same three scenes play out in the same succession over and over. Next to the
It was
wet
worth a
jerky.
try.
No, it was. You're totally right. All right. So, as the scenes go dark one more time, everything seems to look like a normal tree with a normal pool of stagnant water. Organg looks at you all and says, "Your gift is time. Back in time. You have paid tribute to the old gods, and we thank you." And with that, he continues back to his cook fire, most likely to enjoy the rest of his evening before sunrise.
That went way better than I had envisioned.
I'm gonna ask if they mind if we stay at the campsite till sun rises.
Sure. I don't see any reason why that wouldn't work itself out. You've got a nice fire there. Nice soft place to lay down because they did put down some banana leaves. It's not all stone. Sure.
I mean, it's also a nice long rest chance.
It absolutely is a long rest for you. If you would all like to do that, then by all means, we can wait until the sun comes up. Is anyone standing guard, or are we just assuming the stone giants are not going to let anything spooky happen?
I mean, we should do a rotation of guard.
Okay.
No need, friends.
Mhm.
I can take care of this. I am now, as one might call in the popular culture, a moon knight. An aspect of the moon does not require me to get any sleep, as long as it is a light activity such as reading, studying, keeping watch. I gain all the benefits of a long or a short rest. Oh, without actually having to sleep. And I can't be put to sleep either.
All right. Well, that
was
works
my
out.
level 7 perk from the freebie from
Shakespeare.
Shakes.
Yep. All right. Well, fantastic, guys. So while you are asleep, I will mention I have been watching in the comments, but I've been distracted. I couldn't. You guys are making me laugh. These are great comparisons. I love this, and well done. Well done. All right. This is why they shouldn't let me be in charge ever for any reason. Okay.
That's why
Don't-
I'm still here.
That's true. That is why you are still here. All right. In the morning, as you all awaken, the sun has come up, and you notice that your troll companions, your giant companions, sorry, they are.
Speciest.
What was that?
How speciest.
I'm sorry. I know. I had written them weird. I had written them just in like the short term as Jotuns on here, and then had to change it. This is a placeholder, so trolls is still in my brain. You see that they are standing, facing each other around that what was the campfire, and they are no longer quite human. They have actually turned into stone on being hit with the morning light. So, if you plan to continue onward northward, just past where you had seen that pool of time, there is another clearing, and that cliff face slopes downward onto the north shore, where on the map it said the X was going to be somewhere along that shoreline.
Look around and see what we can find.
All right.
Before we leave the area, leave behind a drink for each of them for when the sun sets. You never know when you still might need a friend.
That is
I'll
totally
do
true.
for each of them.
We're gonna build up friends like Battle of the Five Armies.
This is a very good idea.
I can call upon the pirates.
You can absolutely call upon the parents at any time, and they'll come run in.
So
Especially
where
with
they were
what you
sitting
saw.
last night,
Mhm.
as we were talking and conversing about the old gods,
Mhm.
I leave 2 battle brews for each of them.
All right. Excellent. That's amazing. Thank you for doing that. I'm not actually a stone giant. This isn't real, but I'm like actually touched. That's really nice. All right.
Actually, if you'll
That's why they
give
throw
me,
poo at us.
Mhm.
give me just a short while. I know I've got it in here somewhere. I've got a spell that blooms. There it is, Wither and Bloom. No, I don't think that's the one I'm looking for. I've got a spell that makes the wildlife better, the plants.
Oh, cool. Okay, no, that's okay. I will take your word for that, and then go for it.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly which one it is, but I know it can be cast both as a spell and also as a ritual. So if I take 10 minutes, I can make a few of their banana trees significantly healthier.
Okay, well, there's that small alcove right there where they were sitting. Of course, it's going to take everybody probably more than 10 minutes to get all their stuff packed back into their bags, sort of freshen up for the morning, probably take a bite of monkey jerky, maybe a little leftover monkey stew. So you do have the time to do that before you get going. It's very nice. More bananas means more monkeys. More monkeys means more stew.
Actually,
More soldiers to fight the pirates. Yes.
I'm going to take out my dagger,
Okay.
and in one of the stones that would be the most prominent stone in the fire pit area,
Mhm.
I'm going to take the time to carve in a combination of a troll cross or a troll core
Okay.
and the Josses symbol.
Praise Jawses. Very cool. Awesome. All right. Sweet. So as you guys come down off that clearing after you've done all the things that you are planning to do over at the campsite before you leave, there's just a little strip of sand right there. And actually, surprise, surprise, seems to be a pattern now. There happens to be another boat, just a small one, waiting for you on the other side, tied with a rope, as if waiting for you there. Weird. So there are 3 directions that you can walk on this beach. If you are going to kind of look around for that treasure, you can go left, you can go right, or you can go straight toward the water.
I say we start left, then go right, and then go back to the boat.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, we found the boat. There's supposed to be. We found a chest at every other location.
Right. So do we go left, or do we go right, and then crisscross and go back to the boat?
Yes.
Quint just starts walking to the left.
All right, Flint,
follow
give
Flint.
me a perception check since you're going left and leaving everybody in the dust.
Well, the second that Argrax said yes, without giving direction, he just went left. And remember, he's got to slowly plod. It's not like he can go fast in the sand with all this armor. That is a whopping 13.
Okay. You're walking around. You don't seem to find much of anything. You're kind of combing back and forth as you're walking. You don't see anything. It's just sand and a line of trees. And you kind of were in the line of trees. And the things that aren't trees are rocks. Argrax and Traylon, are you following behind? Or are you going in a different direction?
I
What do
am.
you guys?
I followed Quint.
All right. Give me a perception check,
Oh
please.
man, he's combing the sand. We ain't found shit.
Not
I believe is
21.
what was said.
No. Okay, bro. I don't even know.
Oh,
Hang
did
on.
that 21? Oh, you know what? That's the power of yogurt right there. Combing the desert.
So, I kind of want you to find yogurt now, but I heard it. I heard it when I said it. I heard it when I said it. You don't have to laugh. I heard it when I said it. We're gonna get a 40-foot wall of ice, and we're gonna put it. You're gonna comb this. Guys, this is falling apart. This is falling apart completely. We're almost there. We got 2 minutes. Hang on. All right. Okay. Traylon, as you are walking to the left, you step on a spot of sand that feels like springy. Like it's not solid under your feet.
I tap at it with my staff and start digging around a little bit.
All right. So as your staff is sort of combing the sand a little bit, it catches on like a loop of rope hidden in the sand.
I'll reach down and pick it up and give it a pull. See if it moves in any direction.
All right. Give me a strength check, please.
Oh, that might not go so well.
Yeah. No, it's not too bad.
A 12.
Okay. You do manage to see that the rope is attached to what looks like a wooden door, and it sort of lifts and then drops.
Is there a Y on the door?
Is there? I'm sorry.
Is there a Y on the door?
There's not a Y on the door, nor is there an
Well,
X.
we didn't find yogurt.
No. There could be like little bacterias in there, like there is in yogurt, having little bacteria lives.
Clint, I could use your strength.
Quint walks back over.
I found a door in the sand. I show him the rope. Do you
Start
think maybe
clearing
you
it
could
off.
open this? I don't seem to have the strength.
I start clearing it off first.
Okay. Would you like to investigate that a little bit? Or are we just, Dustin, what are you doing?
I'm gonna, dust carefully while trying to investigate, make sure I'm not triggering a trap.
All right, let's roll for it.
As much of a cleric, as a cleric can try to detect a trap. Yeah, that's a 14.
Okay. You don't seem to see anything alarming, and since Traylon already kind of lifted it a little bit, you're kind of assuming probably nothing will happen.
Okay, then I lift it up.
All right, cool. Nothing happens, just like all the other ones. No traps. Interesting. It is actually just a small carved out area that looks to be sort of like a little makeshift cellar. It really is not big at all. It looks almost like you dug a grave, more like you dug a room. I mean, you can see right down. It's really not a lot of space in there. The walls are lined with some bottles, and there is, surprise, surprise, a chest inside. Ta-da!
You may have the honor point.
I open it up.
Okay. I will make note of the fact that the chest has a plaque on it that looks like the plaques on the other ones carved into it. It reads Rancor. Oh no, you fell into the Rancor pit. Sorry. This is stupid. Inside of that
Did we
chest.
find that one already, though?
Mm-hmm.
So we found a second one.
We've already gotten that name.
I was Glory. I'm sorry. I read it backwards.
Glory.
Hang on. Was it Glory? Hang on. Did I write down the wrong one? Did I edit this wrong? All right. Hang on. It says something, but I'm going to tell you what's inside it to see. Did I miss? Hang on. Oh, no. I went back and edited this. Anyway. Meanwhile, inside. I'm going to get this. Meanwhile, inside the chest is filled with 4,000 gold pieces, guys. This one is stuffed. It has a pound of salt. It has 12 bottles of mead. It has 1 pearl necklace with an inlaid star rose quartz. And there's a couple other items in there as well. There's a divine scroll, a potion of misdirection, and an arcane scroll. There's a lot of stuff in this one. It also contains an auger. An auger, that little tool. It's got like a metal top and a wooden handle. And into the handle, you can see that there's a name carved. The name is Ravius, which should sound familiar to you. There is also, to no one's surprise, another map.
Let me guess, Little Miss, I ain't gonna do nothing in all this companionship adventures is coming up to grab the map quick, huh?
I mean, at this point, you guys have been following her along, but yeah, she kind of holds her hand out as if to be like, Hang on. It is Glory. I was right. Okay, I wrote it backwards and I edited it backwards. It says Glory on it. My apologies. I'm gonna double check that. Yes. So Sigrid is like
Take a look at the map, see what it says on there, because I obviously can have the ability to read any writing that's on there before giving it to her.
All right. So on it, I did have this backwards because what it says on the map is guided by Rancor, follow the glory. And it shows some islands, and the islands are labeled the Silver Atoll.
And then give the map over to Little Miss Productive Battle Fighter.
Listen, you guys threw a hammer at her, all right? Like, maybe she doesn't want to help. No, not true. All right, fantastic.
Oh, okay.
So,
Maybe we'll stop helping her and just continue this ourselves.
well, you could. However, remember now, by joining forces with Sigrid, remember that she's not quite alone in this. She is currently, probably, maybe, still being pursued by that sheriff. And she could trade you guys for her own. I don't know. There's a lot of things she could do, because now you guys are the outlaws. Made an alliance. Anyway, you know what? Actually, do you want to confess about that one, since you seem to be so, you know what? No, I'm gonna let you you know what? No, you don't get the option. Let's confess, Argrax. Let's tell everybody how you really feel about that one. Like, he went out once again. Go for it.
This one is maps. Oh, we got a map. Give me the map. It's time to go on the thing. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go on this quest. Whoa, we're attacked by monkeys. Okay, you can kill all the monkeys and make jerky out of them. All right. Oh, we got the big fishy abalot. Oh, I don't think I contributed anything to that either. We'll let the party go ahead and fight that and keep people alive with our magic and our prowess. Oh, we found the giants. Oh yeah, I know who they are, but I'm not gonna do nothing to help. I'm gonna let everyone else figure it out. You know whose idea was to check on the drink? Not her.
I'm torn about this. I don't really trust her, but she hasn't really led us astray. And we've gotten to meet ancient giants and ghosts and an immortal, and this has been different.
Muted.
Gwent, you're muted. I'm sorry, I'm trying on my end.
Yeah. That was a quick prayer to Jocelyn to say thank you for what's happened. But with her, I still don't get it. But as much as I may not trust her, at least she made it so I could speak to others about their beliefs in the old gods.
I know they don't like me. Why should they like me? I mean, I got them into this mess, but you know what? I don't think I could have done it without them. But at the same time, they're getting like rich off of me. So, oh no, I have to work with the sheriff that's totally going to stab me in the back. Or, ooh, lots of treasure. It's not hard. You can just put up with me, By the way, this is Sigrid, for those of you who haven't seen it before. That's who's talking. Yeah. You'll keep an eye out for that dragon one. Seems like a pain. Why don't they like me? Anyway. Well, thank you everyone for joining us once again for part 4. We are on part 4 already. That blows my mind. Of Escape from Jarl Island. We would like to remind you all that we have shows Monday through Friday every week here on the channel. So be sure to check out all of our very exciting adventures. And I will like to mention that on the main game channel, next week is going to be our shawarma episode, sort of a wrap up from the finale that we had last time. But we are also, very exciting, going to be having another game on the 2nd, so that following Tuesday, because we don't have any particular, sorry, I know I changed the background here, but there's a reason. We don't have any particular new season of anything coming up, but there will be a one-shot game that I am running. It's going to be, for those of you who are in the know and did that one bonus game with us one time, it's going to be an installment of Logan's Library, where we visit that enchanted library. And it has a lot of your channel faves and some faces that you have not seen for a while on the channel. It's so exciting. I just confirmed everybody who's going to be in it right now. You're going to love this. It's going to be a blast. Anyway, on that note, until next time, unless anybody has anything else they would like to throw out here, until next time, I am...
Pirates of Fortune's Folly are getting ready to kick off our performance season. My first gig is April 29th, 30th, the last weekend of the month at Pirates of the Chesapeake. It's at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds in Maryland, which is the other side of the county fairgrounds where Maryland Ren Fair actually takes place.
Sweet.
So I will be there along with many other friends of the local fairs.
Awesome. Super exciting. If you are in the Maryland area, check that out. Also, this Saturday, I'll give you the shout out for this one. It is a Traveling Through Time festival where there will be some Vikings there. For more information on that, you guys can... I'll see if we can probably figure out how it's
Whitesburg Preservation Trust.
That's what it is. Super awesome. If you are in the Philly, Atlantic City area, you guys can get to that one pretty easily. And I don't know, you got anything exciting going on before we go?
Just in my personal life, not anything to do with fairs.
Okay, sweet. So, my friends, until next time, remember, what a regular 20 just won't do, you need a nat 21. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you later. Bye.